Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit-Filled USA in the Bourbon Basement here in beautiful Morgantown, West Virginia. We have two lovely bottles on the table. Justin, tell them what we're up for.
Yeah, we've got a couple of brand new honey-finished short barrel bottles. A bit of a mouthful, but I'm sure it's going to be a delicious one.
I'm buzzing with excitement. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Spirit-Filled USA, the podcast that's not a podcast. So we've got two bottles of short barrel, the Afterswarm and the Bee's Knees, the latest editions.
I am becoming a fanboy of Short Barrel.
Yeah.
They're out of Norcross, Georgia, which I used to live in Atlanta, not too far from Norcross, in the Sewanee-Lawrenceville area. But that was before they were really getting started or really hitting their stride. So I did not know of them when I was there, which is a bummer. But now they're there, and I wish I was there. Although I love West Virginia, so I don't wish I lived there just because of Short Barrel. But great products. Two of their very sought-after products are the Bee's Knees, which has gone through, this is the 5th iteration. You can tell by the label. That's gotten dramatically popular.
Yeah.
It is a honey-finished bourbon whiskey. They usually have some decent age on it. And they source their honey from a couple of different states, and they usually tell you where they source everything from. So they're very transparent. That's really great. And then over the last couple of years, they've developed a follow-up product called Afterswarm, which is a little more hard to get. And this is not that easy to get either. But this is a rye whiskey that is finished in honey barrels and is...
I'm so excited to try that one.
This one's developing just as big of a cult following as the Bee's Knees. Aren't you excited for the rye version, Ryan?
I actually am. Yeah, I'm excited to dig into it. I mean, just the color on that, the sediment. That's I mean, I've had one of the earlier, maybe the 2 or 3 of the Bee's Knees, and it was great. So really looking forward to getting into these two. I saw where Short Barrel posted, I think maybe they did like 1,200 bottles or something of this run of the Afterswarm, and sold out within.
Wow.
Yeah, they dropped them online, and then they distributed to, I think, a handful of states.
Okay.
And that's why, like, you got to live in one of the states to get, especially this one. This is a little bit more wide, but you still might have to work kind of hard to get this. What I love about these is they are gloriously non-chill filtered, and
Wow.
there is so much. This is like Purple Haze bottle. This is like the Jimi Hendrix haze of a bottle. I mean, look at
Bourbon
all that.
Haze.
There's so
You
much
can't see through it.
You can't.
I mean,
It's opaque.
It's crazy.
It's opaque.
I mean, they go hard on the honey finish, but the proofs are a little bit higher, so they're barrel proof. So I think that really helps balance them out and why they've gotten such a following. The honey doesn't take over so much, but man, you can tell just by looking at it. It is very apparent.
Here's the real question. Which one are we starting with?
I would vote, let's go with the bourbon first. Okay. Because that's the kind of more classic one.
That's what they've been putting out. Yeah.
Yes. So there's single barrels of this as well.
Yeah.
Which I think we have.
We do.
You have some of those. And they'll tell you like what kind of field the bees were pollinating.
Was it raspberry?
We have a raspberry
Yeah.
field. Yeah. And you can get a little bit of raspberry in there. I've seen like blueberry ones. Blueberry field ones, strawberry, so there's all kind of different ones. So
Thank you.
I love that they're this one is Kentucky honey. I think it's just, I don't know if it says which kind of honey it is on this one. I think so. I assume it's just a wildflower or clover kind of honey. Yeah, so it says bottled by Short Barrel, distilled in Kentucky and Indiana, so it's a blend.
Okay.
And then aged in toasted Kelvin barrels and finished in Kentucky honey. So lovely.
You gotta love that label on that too. The black with the gold flag.
Yeah, they changed it this year. It used to be like more similar to that, but they got a blacked out label. It's like Kendrick Lamar's GNX on that label there. Oh man, I spilled some while I was saying that. That's what I get for invoking
Oh no,
Lord Kendrick.
We were jamming out earlier.
We were. We
No apologies.
No.
I feel like it just smells like bourbon on the nose. Like it's never super honey. Like maybe a little honeycomb on it, but
I do get some honey on the nose.
yeah.
Like it's not prominent. It is still still very
there it
much a bourbon, but like I don't know, like honeycomb, like
But
somebody in the room opened a jar of honey, but you're not necessarily right next to it. You know.
This is Winnie the Pooh's favorite bourbon, by the way.
Indeed.
Yeah, but it's not all honey. Like looking at it and how hazy it is, you'd think, oh my gosh, this is just gonna be honey. But there's like oak and leather notes. And maybe even like a little bit of fruit in there too.
It does coat the glass.
I mean,
It really does.
It's got legs.
This is gonna be syrup.
And it knows how to use them.
And the
We're gonna hit all the music genres in this episode.
the sediment, the opaqueness also comes through in just this tiny Glencairn as well. Like as I see the glass or the liquid in the glass moving, the sediment is also moving with it in the light. So really impressive.
But I mean, non-chill filtered is like the way of the world now, which I'm happy for.
Yeah,
you know, I have a Russell's 15 bottle that you can see stuff floating in it.
He's melting over here.
Oh yeah. I mean, and there's other like even the Pursuit bottles. They often have like some char that you can see hanging out.
Sure.
In it. So that's not uncommon anymore.
The double oaked from Conviction is also a terrific example of at least for extra oak and toast.
What do you think of that, Ryan?
It's good.
Have you had these before?
I have, yeah. I think maybe the second version or something along those lines. What's the proof on this?
116.8. So it's
So
climbing.
not too high, but it's climbing.
It's warming.
It's definitely there.
I mean,
I think it's necessary.
Builds in the
yeah,
chest.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's got to
the
cut
honey
through.
The honey sort of evens out at 116.
Yeah. And so one of the things I actually learned in Georgia is took in like apiary class at one of the state parks. And they had a sampling of like 5 or 6 different honeys that we could try based on like from different flower sources. And you can get such a wide range of flavors in honey.
Wow.
Like with maple syrup, right? If you're amber, dark amber, like you get totally different flavor profiles. And the same thing with honey, depending on what the bees are pollinating and what time of year it is. And that's why I think it's clever that they share where their source is. But this is like almost like a citrusy, sweet kind of honey. It reminds me of like just a regular like wildflower clover honey.
I get some of the things that you're talking about with different honeys. When my wife Wendy and I are big fans of Savannah Bee Company honey. If you've ever had anything from them, they have quite a broad array of different honeys. Even I think they started doing hot honeys a couple of years ago, or maybe a little bit longer at this point. But their orange blossom honey, I think it is. It's from like we were talking about different fields of plants for pollination and whatnot for the honey. Yeah, it was from orange blossoms, and that's the citrus note definitely came through on that honey.
Yeah, I get my honey from a guy in Preston County, and he doesn't have orange blossoms.
I'm sure it's still
No
there.
orange blossoms up this far north, but it's really good stuff. And I get like just the comb, like honey with the comb in it from him. I feel like that's a flavor that is
really
familiar
is.
in this glass.
It's a little more earthy.
It is.
richer,
I mean,
yeah, the little funkiness to it. Yeah, it's great.
I'm getting almost like a praline type flavor out of this. You know what I mean? Like
okay.
some people call them pralines, but I think it's pronounced praline, right?
I mean, honestly, what this reminds me of is baklava.
Oh yeah.
It was almost like a little faint nuttiness,
That's-
like a buttery
yeah,
pastry
yeah.
kind of quality to it.
I think I was
It's like
mistaken.
an oaky baklava.
I think that's what I was tasting. I think you're
that's
right.
what I think. That's what I'm thinking of. That's
I
what
think you
I'm
nailed
forward
it
to.
on the head with that one.
Oaky baklava. There you go.
Yeah. I'm also getting like peanut brittle without the peanuts. Does that make sense?
Sure,
Like the
sure,
candy
sure,
part
yeah.
of peanut brittle.
Yeah, so like a hard caramel.
Yeah.
All right, it seems like we got pretty good initial impressions with this. So, what do we want to score this? We're gonna go through all of them. I think we should.
Yeah, might as well.
All right,
sure.
Nose.
Man,
Nose to nose.
It smells delicious.
It smells delicious.
I mean,
it's not the craziest like layered nose to me.
Sure.
I mean, that's my impression. So I'm like prepared to give it a 3, like above average, but nothing that knocks my socks off.
I'd go a little higher, 3.5.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to go 3.5 as well on the nose. Like, while I agree with you, it's not overly complex or crazy. It just is so inviting. It just smells like you're going to get something tasty.
Okay.
And there's just something different to it. I know the honey wasn't prominent for you, but I mean, sort of just like that waxy honeycombness, just the faintness of that. I mean, it's just so different, and so I think that earned it another half communion wafer in my book.
Sweet as Tupelo honey.
You put that into words better than I could.
That Van Morrison song, Tupelo honey, is just getting in our brain. Anyway, on the palate.
That's going to be maybe a little different of a story.
4.
4 for you?
Yeah, it's just unique, and like it could be too sweet, but it is not. They did a good job with whatever they picked to blend the bourbon with.
Yeah.
Before they finished, so they got enough of like the bold, spicy, oaky notes to balance it out, and a little bit of like fruit in there. So I think they did well.
I feel like you're right. You hit the nail on the head. Like, not everybody does, but some whiskey companies that do honey finishes, it's like you're drinking honey almost.
Yeah.
Like it's way too
Drowns out
forward
other
on the
stuff,
honey.
yeah.
This really is just a terrific balance. So I'm going to agree with you on a 4.
Yeah, and for those who are higher like proof hounds, like this is such a great finished option.
It cuts right through that honey, but the honey's still there.
Yep. For everything you both said, 4. I've had a few honey finished. One was sort of from a large online liquor retailer who did their own, I don't know, let's call it a master keep something or another. It just wasn't
Rhymes with
great.
eel shocks.
Right. I mean, I just didn't enjoy it. So this ranks up there with like Kentucky Nectar as far as sort of the rungs of the honey finished for me.
Yeah.
So 4.
Yeah, I think maybe what happens is people finish some younger bourbons. They tend to finish younger bourbons or bourbons that aren't quite as developed to help them round out. This, I feel like they picked a fully matured and developed bourbon and then added the honey to it. And I think that's the right strategy.
They started with quality and made it better. They didn't try to make something that was better by finishing it.
Yeah.
That's a terrific point. I feel like that's probably correct.
Yeah. Not that they picked like, the best aged bourbon that they had and finished it in honey. I don't think you would do that, but it's good enough. And they got high enough quality. So, what about the finish? I feel like this is where it gets unique.
Yeah.
I mean, this is thick and syrupy and viscous. It's like corn syrup, but more natural.
Not of the high fructose.
No,
variety.
not an industrial
Not the Caro
of it.
I would stick it. I mean, quarter point here, 3.75.
I'm giving it 4.
4 for the finish.
Yeah, I love the finish just as much, and it really sticks.
I feel like I'm going to go 3.5 on the finish, but an enthusiastic, to steal a line from Zach, an enthusiastic 3.5, just because, like you said, it sticks around for so long. You get the terrific flavors in the palate, and then they just sit on your tongue. They don't move for a while.
Yeah, I love the honeycomb flavor, and like the honeycomb and oak just is so up my alley. I love it, love it. It's my favorite of the honey finish things that I've had.
Out of any?
So I'll give it props for that.
Wow.
Overall, these are about $100.
Okay.
I don't know if that
Not bad.
influences us.
Well, I mean, that's comparable to like a product we put it next to. Kentucky Nectar also runs around $100 for another.
That's
honey
all. That's
finish.
not too far behind this, but I like this a little better. Kentucky Nectar's great.
It's been a little bit since I've had it.
We're gonna have to do a battle of honey finish.
We really will. We'll have to.
yeah.
We'll have to get a honey finished collection.
Do it out on your deck.
Yeah, we will
yeah.
do that.
In the
We will
warmer
do that.
weather.
We will do that. It'll be a nightmare for lighting, but we'll make a way.
Figure it out.
So, like, for me personally, if I'm going to have any integrity, I have to give this a 4 because I have, like, 4 of these.
Okay.
Because it is also my partner's favorite, like, in her, like, top 3 bottles. So, I have to give it a 4. I think it's worth it, and I have lots of because I really like it.
I'm going bee's knees crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty crazy for bee's knees. What do you think?
Oh man, it's
You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you're not scoring as high.
no, it's I'm just it's hard to do the quarter points, but I think it's a 3.75. I mean, it's better than a 3.5. It's not quite a 4. It's just there's the place it lives for me.
Okay.
I feel like I've got to continue with my enthusiastic 3.5, which is me saying basically the same thing Ryan just said. It's like I want to
It's
give
like
it a
John
4.
Belushi 3.5.
Sure. No, I mean I completely understand why you would say a 4, and I'm this far from saying 4. I love this bottle, but yeah, it's terrific.
It's fine. It fits my palate beautifully. So
Sure.
I'm cool with that. So all right, good bottle, good score. All right, let's get to the Spice Queen here. The Short Barrel Afterswarm. Listen, if you are a Green Bay Packers fan, you will love this.
It's the colorway.
It's the best label for you. This one has an age statement on it. It is 6+ years.
Okay.
So this is distilled same in Kentucky and Indiana. So it is a blend of rye whiskeys aged 6 years. It's 110.6 proof.
Okay.
And this is toasted
Oh yeah. This one's
and
toasted.
honey finished.
There
Are some bee's knees that are also toasted and honey finished. I think at least one of the bottles I have is, but I don't think all of the bee's knees are.
Does this one state the origin of the honey for this?
Let me see.
No, you're mid-pour.
It is. It does not. Just says finished in honey casks.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Fair enough.
Again, I love all the single barrels of these because they always say like it comes from this area. Like I think they've even had some from like Oregon or something. Like so
Wow.
many barrels. Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty crazy. So they source them from all different places. So pretty cool. So I'm anxious to get into this. So I found this because I was at a work conference in Florida, and I just happened to be there at the same time that these were being released in Florida, and so I was able to find multiple bottles because my timing was perfect. Otherwise, I would not have been able to get this because it sold out instantly when they released it online to ship other places. It got released in like Kentucky, Georgia, obviously, like South Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida or something like that. That might not be exact list, but like 5 or 6 states is it. So
I'm telling you, folks, Zach's luck is legendary.
He has good luck. It's the Lord's work,
it's the Lord's work
and he travels with
and some hard work.
with an empty checked suitcase just so.
I'm diligent in my searches, and I've honed it in over the last 6 years or so. So I think the nose on this one is incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's very different from the bourbon, isn't it?
It is.
Dare
It's
I
like
say it
citrusy.
works? It maybe works a little better with the honey.
With the word
On the nose, at least, yeah, doesn't it? Like it's almost got like a bubble gum kind of note, doesn't it?
he's not kicking and screaming, but folks, we are dragging Ryan to the rye side.
You're coming over willingly.
One bottle at a time. One bottle at a
That
time.
nose is nice.
It really
It's a
is.
great nose, isn't it?
Oh man.
And again, the honey sweetness is in the background of it.
The honey sweetness is there. I'm getting. What is that?
There's a touch of that little like rosemary note in there.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm on the rosemary notes lately.
I
but,
do
like,
love
in rye,
the
so.
smell of rosemary. The fresher, the better.
It's got a nice oaky note.
Don't let me down on this
got
palate.
Because the note. I mean, look at the drip on that.
Yeah. I'm getting a candy note of some
Isn't that
kind,
what
like-
the young kids say now? The drip.
The
Yeah,
drip.
yeah.
Drip.
I don't know what it
the drip.
means, but
It's a clothing reference.
Okay.
Like how you look, like you're.
Zach's wearing some Jordans, so I think he knows more than he's letting on.
They're old school Jordans, though. They're not. New
That's
ones.
even more drip. I
wearing,
think.
wearing like a denim button up over here. I've got no drip.
I don't know
I've
how
got
to.
Jordans and my smart wool on. Like it's not like a very fly combination. Crazy.
All right, here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, that has a lot going on.
I mean, it's like the
honey
really
creeps
hits on
up.
the backside.
The honey really creeps up. Yeah, I agree. Like the second half, the honey really hits a little bit harder, becomes a little more prominent. It's not as it's very rye-y on the front,
Yep,
right?
it is.
But like a sweet candied rye.
I was almost let down at first.
Okay.
And then,
But then,
yeah.
oh yeah, I love the swing that this has. Like you guys were saying, it's rye up front, and then bam, here comes the big swing into Honeyland.
Yeah, you got to be patient with it, right? It's like when you're boogie boarding in the ocean. You know,
Sure.
The first couple swells come in, you gotta hang tight because then the bigger swells are to come.
Hey, good things
I feel like
come
that's
to
where
those who wait.
That's what
That rye bites
Happens
you on
with
the
this.
front.
it does.
Yep.
It does. This is a journey. This is original Stephen Perry kind of journey. In a glass, isn't it?
The best kind of journey.
That's right. Oh gosh, it's so good. Okay, what kind of notes are you getting? Because I feel like this is all the best bits.
Is it like I'm getting like a really bright acidity, like maybe a white peach almost? I mean,
Yep.
speaking of Georgia, like Georgia peaches, right? It's showing up like right when the honey kicks in, and it's an acidity that pairs up
Yeah,
with that honey.
I think it's like almost like a biscuity kind of thing on the front, like an herbal biscuit, but it's also got like a sweet candy kind of note, like almost a frosting or something. And then the rich sweetness builds from the honey, and some of the darker, like molassesy oak notes start to build, and then the honey really ramps up, and like a really rich, dark, like a burnt honey.
yeah, that's
Not
a good
a
point.
bitter burnt honey, but like it's like a robust, like dark honey. I don't know. Like there's a couple different layers of honey in this, I feel like.
And I feel like also, at least here towards these last couple of sips that I've had, now that I'm getting into it, like the rice spiciness is really what kicks up right there with that honey too. So it's like you're getting the swing of sweetness, but then the burn and the tingle that comes from that rye spice right in the mix of that.
It's like a ginger snap or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Terrific,
that's
terrific.
good.
Because it's got like that
sweet ginger snap.
just barely numbing
Yep.
kind of
Right.
spiciness to it that ginger tends to give.
Oh man.
Oh man, great.
This would make a great holiday pour.
I agree.
would.
I agree.
Especially if you're a Packers fan.
We are just like on the border of this is I don't know, this isn't a summer pour. This is
No,
like
probably
This is
not.
like a cool weather pour.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's on the finish it's a little drying on the finish.
It is.
you know?
Yep.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can tell there's some age.
You guys are talking about having this in winter, but I'm just picturing how nice the sweetness and robustness of this would pair with something savory like a steak on the grill in the summer. Like it's going to be sort of refreshing almost.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying that you should, because this is probably too good of a bottle to use in a cocktail situation, but I bet this would make
Heck,
an insanely good cocktail.
Honestly,
If you made like a bee's knees cocktail with this,
oh yes.
holy crap.
I mean, I get why some people want to reserve bottles, but I also thoroughly appreciate when a cocktail is well made, and I agree. This would be amazing in like a terrific old fashioned.
That'd be a primo.
Gosh, even like a whiskey sidecar or something with a little bit of citrus to it, a little more citrus to it.
All right, let's quantify the buzz around this one. How hard is this one working? kind of a worker bee is this? What do you want to give us? I feel like the nose is a big hitter here.
Solid nose. That's probably the high point. It's not a 4.5, and it
Oh, here we go.
it just inches up there above a 4.
Okay. Wow.
So it's between a 4 and a 4.5.
Just say 4. Just say 4.
It's a 4.
I'm also going to say 4. I think it's easily a 4.
Yeah, 4
The
for
nose
me
is
as well.
fantastic.
The nose on both of these is terrific. This one's a little bit different because it's a rye. It's not a bourbon, so you've got like a few extra notes there, but
It is distinctly different.
yeah, distinctly.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I was a little above a 4 because I think I gave that a 4 on the nose.
Yeah, that's
and
fair,
for
that's
me,
fair.
this is better on the nose.
Step up, yeah. How about palate? I'm going to be at least at a 4 on the palate. Because I like this. I might like this a touch more.
Than the batch 5.
Yeah. Than the bourbon. Well, any of the bourbons. I don't know.
Oh, all
The
the
balance
all the
is
previous
perfect on
releases. This one's topping all of those for you. Wow.
Yeah. I think the single barrel with the raspberry that we have is probably my favorite of the bee's knees, but this might be above that. So, emphatic 4 from me. I'm tempted to 4.5, but I'm not going to do that thing.
Well, don't worry, because I will. 4.5 for me.
Yeah. See, now I want to do. I'm going to stick with where we're at, but I respect that so much. I love this.
I really love the flavor on this. I mean, they're both terrific bottles, but I don't know. I really like ryes and really like when ryes are well done, and this is something that I haven't had. So it's not just the novelty of it for me, but like the execution. These guys are terrific at getting the balance correct on these, on both counts. But it's just, I don't know. I haven't had a rye quite like this one.
Anytime a rye, I find a rye that I enjoy, it automatically gets like half a wafer score.
Yeah.
Sure.
So 4 on the palate for me.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. 4.
On the finish,
I said that.
probably about a 3.5. Sort of like I mentioned, a little drying on the back end there. I don't love that, but still very enjoyable. 3.5.
Yeah, I almost get like a dark red fruit, like a winey kind of, a wine kind of note on the end with the honey finish. So I'm sticking at a 4. I think it's brilliant.
4 as well for me on the finish. Yeah, you get quite a bit of layers on the palate, maybe a bit less on the finish, but it sticks around for so long, and it just, the swing that this takes, like you said, it's a ride. Mm-hmm. It's a ride.
Yeah. This one's more of a roller coaster. Yeah, it's got a little bit more of a ride to this one. What do we think overall?
Is this the same price range?
Yeah, it is.
$100?
Yeah, in the $100 ballpark. So there's another iteration of this with this Afterswarm Meadow Foam, which is a different kind of like higher grade honey. Oh, I do not have that. Have never had it, but it's a little bit more. It's like 115 or something. But yeah, these are about $100. That's what I paid. I paid between 90 and 100 for them in Florida. And again, integrity speaking, I'm giving this a 4, not just because I gave it all 4s, but because I had more than one bottle of it, and I toted them home from Florida, so it was worth it.
It deserves a 4.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to go with a 4 as well.
I'd buy it. Yep.
That says something. That says something.
Just while we're here.
One bottle
we're
at a time.
Expanding our horizons here on Spirit-Filled USA.
Yeah, no, this is terrific. I mean, both bottles are great, honestly. Like, this isn't to shadow one over the other necessarily, but this rye is such a unique ride.
But
so well balanced.
I think the ryes work better with the honey, at least in this.
Okay.
So,
generation.
pick one. Which one do you like better?
The rye.
What do you like?
I'm just happy that we got another rye first. Yeah.
It does work better.
Yeah, I've got to go with the rye. It's closer than you'd think. Like that bourbon is still really good.
No knock on the bourbon, but yeah, 3 out of 3. The rye is is just a step up on the expression. I prefer that. But so good. Short barrel Afterswarm rye. You're the winner.
All right, so there we have it. Short Barrel, the Bee's Knees, the Afterswarm. I think it was unanimous that the Rye Afterswarm was victorious.
Got the edge.
One out.
Yep.
Which is surprising.
That
For
took
me,
the,
at least.
that
I'm
pulled a
proud.
Richard Petty, you know, pulled it out. Yep. And this is what I love about NDPs, right? Is they're trying stuff that's unique.
Yeah.
Because like this is more, it's just a little bit of a unique take on the honey finishes. They're very cool at what they're doing, and I applaud them. I applaud the Short Barrel.
Great execution. I think for me, like one of the things that stands out for these is just how well balanced they are. They're incredibly varied in their flavors as well. That's another point. But just the balance. It's not overly sweet like some of these honey finishes can be.
They took some good juice and made it better.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this was, overall, slightly under 4. Overall.
But that
slightly
one's
over 4.
That one's the Queen Bee.
Queen
that one's
Bee.
the Beyonce
Right there.
of the lineup.
That's what you want in the hive.
That's what you want. That's how it goes. I was making a Beyonce reference, not a beehive reference, but we'll go with it.
It works still. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I was trying to think of a Journey reference here to close it all together with the Steve Perry comments earlier, but we appreciate you and not stop believing in Spirit-Filled USA.
We're grateful you didn't stop believing in us.
Right.
That we could get a Journey reference in before the end. One more time.
We made it.
We made it, and we appreciate you tuning in for another episode of Spirit-Filled USA. And until we gather again,
We'll be with you in spirit.
cheers.
Cheers.